Okay, it is time to talk to Shalak the Wise in the entrance hall, and we do not have to report back to him. Instead, we just go over to him in the entrance hall, and he'll take you to the School of Balance, and then we'll celebrate because we have a band of the Order of the Fang is reunited.
You have fought bravely. It sickens me to know one of the Order's members gave the Croconomicon to Queen Crocopatra. Even though it is never easy to defeat one of our own, it was the right thing to do. I fear more troubles await us, young wizard. Crocopatra wields the Croconomicon, and Crocotep spoke of a new army. The Order has much to discuss. We may not have always acted with wisdom in the past, but you've set us on the right path at last. Come join us in the Balance School.
Now we have to go back and talk to Alhazred. And we're level 25, so we'll be able to train Elemental Blade and Spirit Blade, which we will not be able to use yet, but we will be able to when we get Spectral Blast. Niles the Balance Tree also has a Balance Blade spell that if you can transmute certain things, you can make it, but you have to be a master artisan apparently. Donate power. Completely, almost worthless. Like, why? Why does that even exist?
Young wizard, you have my eternal gratitude. I heard what you did in the Crocosphinx. I feel we are no longer strangers, but comrades in arms.
Shalak, General Kaba, Kai, Amate, and I all wish to honor you. Please take this golden scarab as a symbol of your entry into the Order of the Fang. No one deserves it more.
So Crocotep gave us a golden fang, and then the Order of the Fang gave us a second one, or a golden scarab, excuse me. And next, Hedgeldim will end up having a golden scarab, and that will gain you access to the next area, which is the Tomb of Storms.
We will continue to fight the Tuts here, using the wisdom of balance rather than the golden fang. We leave it to you, young wizard, to find and protect the Croconomicon. You will need to investigate Crocopatra's lair, the Tomb of Storms. Go see Sergeant Major Talbot, for he may be able to help you.
And in one more level, we will be able to acquire Spectral Blast. But we're not going to go to Major Talbot yet. Instead, we're going to go back and spend our training points that were well earned on a tower shield. But we also killed two birds with one stone. Because, we not only have that, right? We got a volcanic shield. And that will be very, very useful as well. So when we shield up with all this, when we have all this defense on our side, you can have a tower shield. Since we're entering the Tomb of Storms, if they hit with Storm, and I have an Elemental Shield, a Tower Shield, and a Volcanic Shield, that'll be minus 50, minus 50%, and then minus 70% again. So yeah, that is just... that's crazy. So now, when you're with Kayamate and all these other people, it'll consider it similar to a dungeon. Because the area is being played in a story sense. But if you try to go outside, as you can see, it sends you back out to Wizard City. So now we have to go back to Sergeant Major Talbot. Near the Oasis.
The Tomb of Storms, eh? Sure you want to go in there? That's quite a dangerous place. The Tut leader is inside. Well, why didn't you say so? I'll get you in there right away, if you haven't already found a way in. You're in luck. My men are overtaxed, but one of the locals has taken on the Tomb of Storms. I hate doing this to you, but once there, you're on your own. I can't protect the locals and launch an assault. You'll have to be a one-wizard army. Ready? Find Hetch Aldim nearby. He's been working with the summoning stones and will surely know how to get inside.
And who cares about his other quest that he has for you? That's one of the 4 dungeons that we won't do for a while until we get to a higher level, because they're very difficult.
You cannot simply march into the Tomb of Storms. You must possess 3 golden scarabs, and I only have 1. Oh, you have 2 of them? Easier than I thought. Take mine by all means. That should get you in there if you've not already found the means, oh crafty one. Touch each scarab in turn to each of the obelisks, and you will activate them. Then the tomb and its secrets will open to you, assuming you've not already found your way in.
I think what happens is somebody else can activate the golden scarabs, and you used to be able to enter the area as long as somebody else had been far enough through the game. But I don't think this is the case anymore. I don't think you can actually go through unless you specifically have gotten through this part. Yeah, this is the Tomb of Storms. But here's this funny thing. You know the Beatles quest. There's a Tomb of Storms and Well of Spirits and Caranon Barracks 1. So the Tomb of Storms 1 is right behind here. What? What? I thought I went over it. Well, that's weird. But anyway, there's also a second one here. We'll go right here. We're supposed to be talking to the ghost of Krokotep, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to complete the Beatles quest first. And right here there's a fire tablet that you can collect. And we're not going to collect this quest either. We're going to be specifically avoiding these things until later. And there you go, there's the last beetle. And we will go to the Oasis because Prospector Zeke will return in a quest and we'll have 3 training points.
You're an amazing collector, you are. Look here at all these beetles. You got every one of them. I'm gonna... Here's a little something for your time. I sure hope I run into you again. Keep exploring, and maybe I'll have something else that needs collecting.
Alrighty then. So we're going to go to the Ghost of Krokotep.
Greetings.
Don't fear me. I would like to atone for betraying the Order of the Fang. I was blinded by Krokopatra and foolishly gave her the Krokonomicon. With it, Crocopatra could force any Croc spirit to rise in her service as her new army. We must stop her from using it if it's not already too late. To reach her, you will need a two-part cipher. The head of the Ahnic family has the first part, deep inside the Ahnic tomb. Be careful.
Alright, we will do that. But there's also quests that are available, such as, what dungeon is this? It's the, Tomb of the Beguiler, excuse me.
My friends need some help. I've witnessed many Manders in her, and when they return, they're crazy. It will probably take an experienced group to figure out what's going on in there and help my friends.
Wizard! You think you are worthy to enter the tomb of the Beguiler? Ha! You wish. Enter at your own peril, as it is a dungeon.
You aren't from the Djeserit family, are you? Those fools attacked us and would do anything to destroy us. Before I will speak to you, you must incinerate their mummies, or they will rise up to fight us. Only then will you prove your worth.
So now there are two family tombs, and there's the Djeserit and the Ahnic tombs. And these are basically a story of how two families lived happily until one side betrayed the other, and this, that, and the third happened, and they're too deadlocked to know the truth about anything, or to come to a truce. So they end up starting to fight one another. And yeah, that's what happens.
I beg you, put my spirit to rest. I have done no wrong, and yet my bones are at the mercy of the dreaded Bone Keeper. Here, in this chamber of torture, he punishes us poor souls. I was once a powerful general. I conquered lands in the name of the king. Crocopatra feared my influence and cast this curse upon me. She used my bones to raise the Bone Keeper. Now, the Bone Keeper seeks to collect more souls for Crocopatra's mighty army. Save us all by vanquishing him and carrying away my bones. I can't bear this pain any longer. If you have not come to bask in my glory, you must be punished.
So now that there's Storm, now there's no worries of them using anything other than trying to attack you, and deal massive amounts of damage. So now, since we went first, I'm glad we did. There's no worries of them tower shielding, but now that we've learned about tower shields, we'll be the ones utilizing them to its fullest effect. Nah. I'm fine. Fine. And these are not considered dungeons. These are just normal battles, I guess, but they are bosses that are in these areas, making this area quite unique compared to the rest of the game. Usually you'd enter by yourself, or you'd enter a dungeon and just battle that way. I haven't seen Leprechaun in a while, and now I see it twice. So we're going to use Sandstorm twice, if we can, without fizzling. And the Wandering Spirit's gonna be gone Oh, never mind. He's not gone. Well, that's a rip. I thought he was gonna be gone. But I have reshuffles in my deck, so I'll always get rid of some every single time I need to use something else. And there we go. The Wandering Spirit is down. And he finally uses a Storm spell, but it fizzles. And that gives us a chance to Tower Shield, making his damage output even weaker than it was before. How about that? And he's using Storm Wyvern. The normal Wyvern, as you saw earlier in the Ice School, was Ice Wyvern. And it will do very little damage because we stopped it. Did you see that? Can you believe that? How little damage that something can do when you put all of these shields on yourself? We added back Locust Swarm into our deck because the enemies got more progressively more difficult, and stringing together Locust Swarm along with Sandstorm attack worked out really well. So now we get to teleport here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my location and go home. Because what I want to do is collect my mana back. And I want to sell some stuff and see if I can get upgraded equipment. Because now that I'm level 25, I want some gear to make it even easier to play. So look at all these shrouds that are all the same. They all give me hundreds and hundreds of gold. There we go. And, what else? I'll have to go into my bag and have my pet eat some of this stuff. My pet can't eat that. There we go. Now I gotta sell some more stuff. Stuff that I've gotten from quests. And there we go. Now we're gonna start buying some stuff. And look at this gear. So much better than the previous gear. And we're looking for damage output. And high power pip chance. So out of equation. And there we go. I'm gonna go for us. Hopefully one of these cloaks has something that's... Oh, this is way better. But let's look through all the other stuff first. Remember, we're trying to get everything fairly cheap, so we're trying to cheapen the deal. Spike's boots on. And we're gonna get a wand if we can. Looks like we can't. The dagger we have right now is already better. The band of consistency. Gonna get that. Oh yeah, look at how much stuff we have. There we go. Now we're gonna sell this. And now we have the same deck, and now it can be adjusted so it's even bigger. So even more stuff can be put in it. Okay, there we go. So now we are done with that. Now we teleport to the Well of Spirits.
Great job, young wizard. If only I had had half your courage. Now you need the second part of the cipher. It was cleverly placed in the tomb of an opposing family, so that no one would ever unite the two halves. Let's see how clever that really was. Find the head of the Djeserit family in their tomb, and bring back the second part of the cipher.
And now we have, Zahather.
How do I know
Djeserit.
that you are not an ally of the Ahnic clan? If you are truly not their agent, you will go and vanquish some of their ranks. Go to the Ahnic family crypt and battle the Ahnic crocs you find there.
So now we have to burn the mummies as well, for the quest that we picked up earlier. There we go, there's 2. We have to talk to Ahnic Djeserit and get a quest.
I don't know what brings you here, but please, if you have any kindness, help me find my brother. I promised I would always protect him, but he ran to report something long ago and he never returned. Please find Naunty for me.
Buiku sent you. I may be trapped here, but I don't need his help. I warned him Krakopatra wanted to control us. He did nothing. I ran to tell our elder and then... That's the last I remember. Some dark magic is preventing me from leaving. It must be Krakopatra at work. Amethysts are the source of all Djeserit magic. They could free me if I had them. I won't ask my brother, but you will help me if you are against Krakopatra. Win amethysts in duels with the nearby Djeserit crocs. The crocs are kin to me, and you'll free us all in the process.
So now I'm gonna go defeat
You must
Shemet.
be mad to challenge someone as great as me!
And then after this, we're gonna pause the video and end it. Here we go. We added a different healing spell to our deck. It's called Helping Hands. And Helping Hands is 50 health gained, and then it's plus 490 over 3 rounds. So it'll heal you over time. It's not super big, but it's good enough if you use a 3 pips and then use it more than one time. So if you stack them, it's great, but what's even better is in the future you'll get this spell called Availing Hands, and Availing Hands is I think 90 plus 780 or something, and if you critical, it does double the healing as it did before. So yeah, it's just better overall. I'm being weaknessed, and it really doesn't matter. I don't really care about the person using life. We're just focused on what the boss is using and how powerful they could be. So the next turn when they use Shark or whatever, it will do less damage than it would otherwise do. I should have used my wand hit at this point. This is called Nature's Wrath. Nature's Wrath is a rank 3 spell, and we used it during the tutorial like 50 episodes ago. It's crazy how many episodes we've already gone through. We're going to get rid of the reshuffle and the helping hands, and then we're going to use Super Clash. That's our new wand spell. Sometimes the Storm School magic users use Myth and vice versa. I don't know why. I guess creation and destruction are very linked. So yeah, you'll find that sometimes they use Cyclops, which is very strange. Like when you see Myth casters using what is it? Myth casters using ice and vice versa. Oh man, a fizzle already. But the good thing is, we're still holding in there. And this is Storm Man. It's like Magma Man, Snowman, Evil Storman. And it does no damage. Because of our amazing shielding ability. We've got Sandstorm. And it doesn't matter what they throw at us next, because we have a lot of pips to spare. So we're just going to... Locust Swarm. That guy... Oh, man. Wow. Okay. I see you. I see you. Subverting expectations there with that. Nice. Nice fizzle there. And if I don't be careful and if I don't take out these guys soon, they'll end up besting me, so... Locust Swarm this guy, and then I'll Locust Swarm again if I see an opening. And there we go. Since we've defeated this guy, we've collected the second part of the cipher, and we're going to pause the recording, and we'll see you back next time.